How's it going, guys? On this beautiful Friday morning. Honestly, I don't even know if this is a beautiful Friday morning because I got up and got right on the charts. Just like every single weekday. Hoping that one day all of this makes sense. Today, I have a win for you guys. And maybe some theory for you guys to learn. Hopefully. The trade I have for you guys was similar to the one from yesterday, except it makes more sense. I'm still caught up on the one from yesterday. So please go ahead and watch that video and explain to me what happened. If you guys are good traders and you have a hypothesis, that's all I'm looking for. So today's trade was done on Nasdaq. It seems that my wins barely impact me, and the losses go right up to my gut. Like a But honestly, in all seriousness though, I'm very much thinking about changing the way that I trade into a way where I do not take partials at all. I've been doing this because TGR has been doing it and it seems to be working for him. It's been a few times now where I hit TP1 and market decides to go back and stop me out at break even. So I'm thinking of maybe changing the way that I trade. Anyway, let's get into the trade. Maybe you guys will understand what I'm saying better over there. So here's what the market looks like on this almost afternoon now. It's 11:54. Market has decided to want to come back up, and I'm thinking probably we're gonna go reach for these all-time highs and go back into a state of all-time highs. You know, I don't particularly mind it. I prefer when there's just liquidity on both sides, down and up. But what can you do? You know, if market wants to, like, I'm sure investors are doing well right now. But, you know. So, like I said, there are draws to the upside and to the downside. But it's looking like a bullish trend so far. So I'm looking probably at following this trend, unless I'm being proven that I could get some good short opportunities. This is what it looks like on the 15-minute on Nasdaq. I'm gonna put the 5-minute on ES. And also let me mark out 9:30. So like I said, market is moving upwards. It's moving the way it always does, which is, let me show you, like this. I can't, that's the worst drawing ever. Like this. You know, you get the memo, you know, retrace back up. Today I just felt for me, I found a trade on the retrace, which honestly you probably like have better odds doing making your trades when we're getting the next leg up, which is what we're doing right now. It seems I still have the fucking pen. There you go. This leg up, which has almost no retrace and no entry, except maybe at the start where we inverse the gap. If anyone took this, then you made banks today. 9:30 opens, and I seem to recall not seeing a lot of movement from the start. On Nasdaq, we actually go into this gap, go back up, and I believe we fill liquidity. Yeah, probably just that. And ES probably doing the same thing. Yeah, so back in, got in there. Probably could have caught a trade once off of this gap. It's just very small and very early on, so I prefer to take my time and find a great setup. Also, I'm not in the rush. I'm not going to do much after taking a trade except just record and do my own things. But after this, after we caught this draw liquidity on both, we actually get pretty clean price action. I just didn't notice it at the time, but this leg into this 1 minute gap is where you can maybe take a trade back down. But it's very, very slow, and we get some weird leg ups. I was waiting for a better opportunity then, and I believe I caught a trade off a respect of a 3 minute fair value gap, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there you go, right here. So market after this little leg up into this again, that's another great fill of a 3 minute gap that I just noticed now. Thank God I'm making these videos because I'm missing a whole lot of things. Hopefully I can catch these things on live, you know. We come back down very, very smoothly. We form another gap, and at this point I'm thinking, well, I don't think market wants to stop at this gap right here. If we react off this 3 minute gap, I want to see liquidity being filled lower, such as this low and this one right here. I think the most important draw liquidity was this one, but it obviously, like, it's possible that after this we come back in. We do what we're doing right now, just reacting off that low and coming back up. So that's what happened. I got in here, and actually it's a 1-to-1. If I don't go for this draw liquidity, I think it's a 1-to-1. A bit shittier than a 1-to-1. So you could have taken the trade. You could have entered probably earlier. That's just where I entered, though. That's when I felt comfortable. And we got to TP1 pretty early. Moved my stop to break even around here, and it got stopped out. Yeah, right after. Again, when you look at this market, you're like, well, does it really make sense to be going for shorts when, you know, we could just wait for a retrace and go for better opportunities on longs, since the market is trending bullish at the moment? I just found my little trade on a retrace, and since we're talking about retracements and leg backups on like the 1 hours time frames or the 15-minute time frame, it's possible to find good shorting ideas when you're looking at the 1 minute, since, you know, we have more candles and market tends to move cleanly on that time frame as well. And that's just what happened here. You know, I easily could have, the market could have easily got back down and did the same kind of movement. It's just, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. So like the title of the video says, I'm not sure if taking partials actually improves your trading and revenues. So here I only made around $99. If market decided to go all the way back down, that would have been a different story. I think I would have made around, I had around 3 contracts, so I would have made around $400, maybe more. Had I put my full TP at TP1, would have been around $300. Better day than today, probably. I don't know. It's really hard for me to determine what strategy when it comes to that is better. Some people just let it sit. If I had just let it sit and didn't move my stop loss, then would have gotten a pretty shittier than this one. I guess it only is about how the person feels. I personally love when I'm moving my stop loss to break even. It's like a risk-free trade now, but it has to make sense, of course, because if market wants to come back up into a gap that was formed between your original stop loss and break even, then, you know, it's possible market wants to come back up and then back down. On this case, if you're shorting, the opposite is true if you're in a long. Yeah, so it's about the person. I think I'm gonna try to just do 1-to-1s from now on. If I had done that the last few days, I would have been up around $400, maybe more, because really you're looking at the realized P&L today, and it's not much. I ended up being down on the week $14. You know, it's a bit of a niaisage, like we said in French. And the month is not looking great. It's not looking great. Hopefully next week we can make it work. Because this is just a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Next week, we change it all. We change it all. Mark my words. And I'll be posting every single day if I take a trade on that day. Okay? So, see you guys on Monday. Because I doubt I'm going to be posting a video on this weekend, except maybe if I have this boost of motivation towards like a backtesting video. We will see. See you guys on Monday if not. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.